Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Annie and this is Unity Consciousness. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I'd like to welcome our new subscribers and also thank those of you who are returning for this week's energy update. Let's jump right in. I just would like to check in with everybody and see how you're doing after the last couple of weeks of very intense eclipse energy. This week we have more energy coming in that is going to tie us back to the eclipse, the new moon eclipse that just occurred, catapult us forward into areas of breakthrough, new opportunities, new beginnings, and then in a week, closer to the end of the month, but 2 or 3 days after this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, we have a full moon in Scorpio that is squaring Pluto and ruled by Pluto. So we've got some intensity. Let's break it down. Tomorrow, which is Monday the 15th, tax day, if you live in the Americas, the taxes are due. Mercury retrograde in Aries will conjunct Chiron. They are going to conjunct at the degree that the eclipse was, the new moon eclipse. So we are very keenly mentally aware of our wounding and something from the past, and most likely recent past, because Mercury is retrograde. This is the second conjunction with Chiron. Something from the past is coming back around again. We're pivoting a little bit on that concept, but hold tight. There's still more to come. So again, with Mercury in retrograde, allow this energy to come in. Absolutely feel that energy, especially if it's relative to any past wounding or healing that you've done. One more element that popped up since the eclipse, the new moon eclipse, which was conjunct Chiron. We could be getting more light or some new information that's coming in. Okay. Then on Wednesday of this week, which is the 17th already, we've got Venus in the sign of Aries is going to conjunct the North Node. This is indicative of karmic blessings. Again, there's a karmic connection here because the North Node is in Aries. The North Node is the collective destiny, where we should be heading for our greatest good. And with Venus conjuncting in the sign of Aries, really dialing in on our I am and who we are and how we know ourselves and love ourselves in that space, this is indicative of some kind of karmic blessing and celebration of your true essence, who you are at your core, and the confidence that it affords others that are in that same place as you, that same headspace, okay? Then on Friday, we've got a super big energy day. It is the big energy in preparation for the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction that's going to occur on Saturday here in the Americas. And I got to tell you, my goodness, and it could be, Friday in the UK, if you're ahead of the East Coast time. But let's stick with Friday. First, we've got Mercury in the sign of Aries is going to conjunct Venus. And this, to me, brings clarity to a situation. It's going to give us the clarity of that Jupiter-Uranus conjunction that's going to perfect the very next day. Now, Jupiter's within orb, please know that, but the exact conjunction does not take place until Saturday evening. So, you're by understanding your true essence, because again, this is Venus in Aries, and I know Venus is about love and relationships, but it's also that relationship with yourself. And with Venus being in Aries, conjuncting a retrograde Mercury, there could be an understanding that you have of your true essence and the benefit that it provides in relationships, but also as an individual. Okay, I like that. I really do. I like that. Then the second piece of this is Mars, which at the time of the eclipse was conjunct Saturn, if you remember. And I love that energy because it's almost like a natural converter, a natural conversion of energy, knowing the right amount of stress to put on a situation, but not too much, or taking enough action, but not over the top. So I do like that conjunction. Anyway, Mars in the sign of Pisces, coming off of that conjunction with Saturn, is going to sextile Uranus and Jupiter that are very close to exactitude on in their conjunction. This, because Mars in the sign of Pisces is very spiritual to me, and spiritual action, taking spiritual action, and healthy karmic closures leading to positive outcomes. So how have your efforts on a spiritual basis healed karmic situations, leading you to a greater understanding of yourself and ready for a revolutionary change? When that Mars-Saturn conjunction also ensured, that conversation ensured long-term success. By heeding Mars, having that conversation with Saturn, saying, not too much, not too much. I understand you want to come right out of the gate, but not too much. Let's just notch it back a little bit. That guarantees that long-term success. So to me, I got to tell you, when I sat with this energy, I am cautiously optimistic with this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. I really am. And I think Mars sextiling, Mars and Pisces specifically, sextiling this energy coming off of that conjunction with Saturn at the time of that new moon eclipse, boy, this is going to ensure long-term success. That's what I think. Anyway, on that same day, we have the sun is moving into the sign of Taurus. Happy birthday, Taurus. One of my favorite people in the world, my sister and best friend, her birthday is at her sun sign is at 21 degrees of Uranus. Oh boy, yeah, that's where that Jupiter-Uranus conjunction is taking place, but that's for another day, another story for another day. Happy birthday, Taurus. Taurus people are loyal. They're tried and true. They can be stubborn. So if you find yourself being stubborn, not wanting, it's a fixed earth sign. So I'm digging my heels in, I'm not moving, not going to do it. If you find yourself doing that, just recognize you're a little over the top on the Taurus. Let's back that down a little bit and connect with that five-dimensional Taurus who's all about, grounding, stability, truth. They're ruled by Venus, so they love everything good, everything that tastes good, everything that looks good. I mean, that's just that Taurian energy. I just love it, love it, love it. Then on Saturday, the 20th, happy 420, if that's your thing. On the 20th, we've got Venus in the sign of Aries is going to conjunct Chiron. That's before, or right around the same time of this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. But I have to tell you, the Venus in Aries conjunct Chiron tells me, reminding us loud and clear, you are good enough. Then boom, Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. 21 degrees, 49 minutes. Take a look at where that's at in your chart. Take a look at what house Taurus rules, because this is an instigation of a brand new 14-year cycle. We are closing out energy from 2010, 2011, and welcoming in the new. Fixed signs, which are going to be the Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius axis people, 18 to 24 degrees, you're going to feel this the most intensely. This is all about breakthroughs, freedom, revolution, rebellion, independence, sovereignty. We are shedding that which we've healed for the purpose of quantum leaps of consciousness. I'm so excited about this. Can you tell? My goodness. This is called the big awakening, perhaps, of humanity. Please remember that this is a starting point only. This takes time. This takes time to roll out. Matter of fact, 14 years, quite some time as a matter of fact. But be patient with it. I see it as a very optimistic opportunity, or many opportunities that are coming in for us. We now have hope, and we know that we can have hope. We've let go of the past trauma and wounding, and it's creating space for a new beginning rooted in stability, security, practicality, and peace, So stay open, stay open. You want to keep yourself open to any opportunities, any new opportunities, any new changes that come through on this day. Remember that we've got Mars and Pisces is sextiling this energy. So that spiritual warrior energy that you've got, keep it strong, because that's really going to help us here. The conjunction occurs on Eastern time in the Americas at 10:27 p.m. if you're looking for time frame. What I enjoy about this energy, what I would do if it were me, is I would do something different. Uranus wants us to be revolutionary. So if you get up and have a particular routine or regimen that you follow, change it up. Purposefully change it up a little bit and see what happens there. Do something different, purposefully change it up and see what happens. Okay? So that's all I have for you this week. This week's energy is building us up for the full moon in Scorpio. And I have to tell you that one thing that really drives me crazy about astrology and the whole YouTube thing is the buildup to get people to come back, keep coming back. That makes me crazy. But I have to tell you that these cycles are definitely drawing energy in. And I'm not making that statement so that you can watch next week's video, but I do have to tell you this week's energy leads to that full moon in Scorpio on the 23rd, just a couple of days after we have this massive conjunction. The full moon is in Scorpio, so it's ruled by Pluto, and there's a T-square with Pluto. Another big choice point here, folks. So we're going to be dealing with power dynamics again, and not only power dynamics, but truth and facades, because remember, we've got Pluto and Aquarius. So that's coming up the week after next, not this week, the week after. Pluto, also, I want you to be mindful of this. Pluto is getting ready to go retrograde on May 2nd. Pluto is going to go retrograde. So Pluto is really slowing down. If you have Pluto at 2 degrees of Aquarius, or you have planets at that 2-degree, personal planets at that 2-degree mark of Aquarius specifically, but any of the fixed signs, you are feeling this, you are feeling this, you are feeling this. I'm confident of that. Step away when you need to, and be yourself, be true, be honest. Pluto always wants you to be truthful in your transformations, that's for sure. If you are facing a choice point, because Pluto tells us there's a choice point being asked, just choose wisely. Be mindful of outcomes. Be mindful of the choices that you have before you pick that 5-dimensional choice. Always, always, always. Okay. That's all I have for you this week. I knew it was going to be a big week. Thank you for your patience with me. I did pick the Light Seers deck this week. I do love this deck, and boy, oh boy, I shuffled and pulled the cards back, and about 8 cards jumped out. Ask for one, please, just one. And this is the card that jumped out for us today. It is the 4 of Wands. I really do like this card, and boy, does it match up with the energy. Let's see what the book has to say. Bring the noise. It's time to kick back in joyful elation. You've been building foundations, and after a period of massive shifting, it's time to enjoy some well-deserved communal bliss. I'm so sorry, it's very difficult to read today. If you've been through a cycle of rapid expansion and awakening, this card makes a transition into a more harmonic and stable state. You have reached new levels of consciousness, And it's the perfect time to enjoy a milestone event and celebrate with the people who love you. Love them right back as they are. And psst, sometimes this card signifies a marriage or another type of special occasion. Wouldn't that be fun? While connecting with friends and family, make sure you relax, release, and allow your body to integrate all the lessons you've been working through. Happiness and harmony are yours to be had. Enjoy these warm vibes of celebration and success. Alas, when was the last time you danced? I am devoted to my connectedness, and I celebrate the wonder of loving bliss with my community. Let's repeat that. I am devoted to my connectedness and celebrate the wonder of loving bliss with my community. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. If you liked this video, please do click the like button. If you know somebody that could be helped by this video, please do co-create with me and share this with them. If you want to know when videos are being dropped, click the subscribe button and you'll be notified. Any comments or suggestions, please post them in the comments section below. I hope you have a fabulous week of exciting, revolutionary changes that catapult you into an entirely new beginning filled with stability, security, and the promise of a better day. I hope you have a fabulous week. Namaste.